Ever feel like you're fluent in two completely different languages?
Hmm.
That's kind of what it's like for veterans, I think, transitioning back to civilian life.
Yeah.
It's more than just swapping uniforms for suits,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's about navigating this whole new world. And that's kind of what we're diving into today, this idea of
Yeah.
veterans transitioning back into civilian life
Yeah.
and all the things that come with that.
You've hit the nail on the head. It's like stepping onto a different planet sometimes. The skills and experiences veterans bring to the table are incredible,
Oh, absolutely.
but translating those into a language civilian employers understand,
Yeah.
that's the real challenge.
We've got some fascinating source material, I think, to kind of guide our deep dive today.
Okay.
We've got excerpts from the Team Me model, which we'll kind of unpack in a bit,
Okay.
and then a LinkedIn article series called The Veteran's Quest.
Right.
Specifically, there's one that really grabbed my attention called Perceived Loss of Purpose.
That's a powerful way to frame it because it's not just about finding a new job, right?
Right.
It's about rediscovering your place in a world that can feel very different
Yeah.
from the structured environment of the military.
Right. And the Veteran's Quest, it doesn't shy away from the tough stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it lays out four major hurdles that veterans often face.
Okay.
And the first one that it kind of dives into is this jarring shift
Yeah.
from a world of clear missions and
Yeah.
orders to, well, ambiguity.
Exactly. Imagine going from leading a squad with very specific objectives
Right.
to navigating the ambiguity of a corporate structure where goals can feel very nebulous
Yeah.
and the path to achieve them isn't always clear, right?
Right.
That lack of structure can be really unsettling
Yeah.
for someone who's used to the military's clarity and directness.
It's like going from reading a detailed map to suddenly being handed a compass
Right.
and told, good luck finding your way.
Exactly.
And speaking of navigating unfamiliar territory,
Yeah.
the article also dives into the challenge of reconciling military service with civilian roles, which I imagine can almost feel like speaking two different languages.
It absolutely can. It's not just about the skills themselves,
No.
although translating those is very important.
Yeah.
It's about the entire mindset.
Okay.
In the military, often leadership looks like taking charge,
Mm-hmm.
giving direct orders, and making decisions under immense pressure.
Right.
But in many civilian workplaces, that same approach
Yeah.
might be perceived as overly assertive or even aggressive.
So it's not that the skills aren't transferable. It's that the delivery
The delivery
needs adjusting.
Exactly.
That's fascinating. And speaking of adjustments, your identity in the military is so deeply ingrained.
Right.
You wear it like a badge of honor, literally.
Yeah.
But then you transition to this world where that uniform comes off.
Yeah.
And people may not see or understand that part of you anymore.
The sacrifices, the camaraderie, the shared sense of purpose,
Yeah.
to then navigating a workplace where your background might feel completely foreign to your colleagues.
Yeah.
It can be incredibly isolating.
You mentioned camaraderie,
Yeah.
and that's actually the next hurdle the article tackles.
Oh.
It uses the phrase close-knit unit, and it really hit me how different that is
Right.
from most civilian workplaces.
Yeah.
It's not just about having lunch with your coworkers.
Right.
It's about trusting those people with your life,
Right.
and replicating that kind of bond.
Yeah.
That's a huge challenge.
It really is that sense of belonging, that shared experience.
Yeah.
Forged in the crucible of service.
Right.
Is incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
And for many veterans, it's one of the hardest things to leave behind.
Right.
So we've got these major challenges, right?
Right.
But thankfully, there are potential solutions out there. And that's where this Team Me model comes in, wouldn't you say?
It really does.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like this Team Me model could be like a game changer,
Yeah.
like a kind of secret weapon for veterans
Yeah.
navigating this new terrain.
And you know what's interesting?
What's that?
It all starts with self-awareness.
Okay. So walk us through this. How exactly does Team Me work?
Okay. So at its core, Team Me is about understanding your innate character strengths, right?
Okay.
It uses 6 archetypes to categorize different personality aspects.
Okay.
Kind of like a personality test, but way more nuanced.
So instead of just telling you you're an introvert or you're an extrovert,
Right.
it goes deeper.
Exactly. It's not about putting you in a box,
Right.
right? But it's about recognizing the different aspects of your personality, your strengths, your weaknesses, how you think, how you interact with others. Right?
Yeah.
And then leveraging that self-awareness
Okay.
to navigate new and unfamiliar situations.
Like say, transitioning from a battlefield to a boardroom.
Precisely. Think of it like this, right?
Okay.
You're in the military, leading a team on a high-stakes mission, right?
Yeah.
Your communication style is direct, authoritative. You need to be heard and obeyed, right?
No.
That's what the situation demands.
Yeah.
But in a civilian workplace, that same approach might backfire.
Because different situations call for different versions of ourselves, maybe.
Exactly. And that's where a teammate can be so helpful, right? By understanding your go-to archetype,
Right.
you can start to see how that might play out
Right.
in different environments
Okay.
and adjust accordingly. It's about learning to speak the language of the people around you, whether they're potential employers, colleagues, or even new friends, right?
So it's not about like changing who you are,
Right.
but adapting how you present yourself.
Exactly. It's about taking all of those incredible qualities that make veterans such valuable assets.
Right.
Their leadership, their problem-solving skills, their ability to perform under pressure, and learning how to communicate those in a way that resonates with a civilian audience.
That's a really powerful way to frame it. And you know what? It makes me think about that sense of camaraderie that the article talks about.
Yeah.
Could Team Me actually help build those connections in civilian life?
Imagine if you could understand not just your own archetype, but those of the people around you.
Okay.
It'd be like having a cheat sheet for building relationships.
You'd be able to like speak their language,
Exactly.
understand their motivations,
Right.
connect on a deeper level.
Exactly. It could be a game changer for veterans who are feeling that loss of camaraderie, helping them find their tribe in civilian life.
Right.
It's about recognizing that even though the uniforms have changed, those fundamental human needs for connection and belonging, they never really go away.
That is so powerful.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got this incredible framework for like self-awareness, communication, team building.
Yeah.
It all sounds amazing. You know, the article talks about reflection and goal setting.
Right.
And it got me thinking, hitting the pause button for some like deep self-reflection.
Yeah.
It can't be easy.
It's a huge adjustment. Many veterans have spent, their entire adult lives with a clear sense of purpose.
Right.
Their identities deeply intertwined with their service.
Right.
Taking a step back to ask, who am I now?
Yeah.
What truly matters to me?
Right.
That can feel like stepping into a void.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a bad thing.
Okay.
The article talks about how purpose is deeply woven into the fabric of military life.
Right.
But that leaving the service offers a chance
to
be liberated from the demands and dictates of higher command.
So it's not just a loss.
Okay.
It's an opportunity.
It's an opportunity.
You get to choose your own mission now.
It's about finding a new way to make a difference, to connect with something larger than yourself.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, it feels like the key takeaway is this.
Yeah.
The transition from military to civilian life.
Right.
It's a journey, not a destination.
It is a journey.
And whether you're using the Team Me model, reflecting on your values, or connecting with other veterans, it's about finding your people, your purpose, and your voice in a world that desperately needs what you have to offer.
Beautifully said. And you know what? Team Me is being explored by veteran support organizations.
Okay.
Now imagine if this kind of framework became more widespread.
What if it became like a standard part of the transition process?
Exactly. It could be transformative, right? Helping bridge that gap between military and civilian life, and empowering veterans to thrive in all of aspects of their lives.
It's an exciting thought. Until next time, something to think about.